what it is that she feels is wrong. Why should Deborah not see the grandchildren? Come on out, Lee. Oh, wait a minute. She may have... Lee,
Yes.
You heard what Deborah said. What is the problem with the grandchildren?
This is hard. I did let her take the kids about a month ago, and you know, she didn't abide by my wishes, and
What was the wish?
My children already have some emotional problems from the things they've been through in their lives, and I feel that my children should be around people who have morals and who have standards and who have values, and I don't feel that my children need any more emotional stress in their lives. And she brought them over there where she was. I mean, from what I know now, as of Friday, my husband's not with her anymore, so that shouldn't be an issue any longer. But from what I hear also, this makes Debbie mad. That my husband told me that you are mad that he's not going to be anymore, that he's going to be with somebody with morals and values with me, that maybe we'll work things out. And he says, you're mad about that.
Let's be very straight. Why do you not want her to see the grandchildren?
The point is, I do want her to see the grandchildren. I just want her to abide by my wishes.
Okay, what is the first wish?
Well, that one maybe not anymore. Bring her around the other girl.
Okay.
That was one wish.
First wish is not to see this woman, whoever she is.
That's fine with me.
Fine. Next one.
Well, Debbie and I have forgiven Debbie for a lot in our lives, and I'm sure she's forgiven me for a lot too. She has said things bad about the kids, and maybe because, I don't know, for whatever reason, out of anger or whatever, things like, well, you know what you said about the kids.
What did she say?
She said once she called the children, and that was not...
Out your daughter, Melissa, and see what's going on here. Melissa? You haven't seen your mother in over 5 years, and you have told us that you really hate your mother. Is that true?
Yes.
You hate your mother?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us why you hate your mother?
Where would you like me to start?
Anywhere you want.
She had a problem because she was an alcoholic. I was her daughter. She was supposed to protect me. And if she didn't want me, she should have sent me down the road to somebody who would protect me. The drinking. I can't have my daughter around that.
Okay.
The reason I quit talking to you, and was one of your wishes, I had a 17-year-old sister who died. Her boyfriend shot her in the back, okay? At her viewing, this woman comes in drunk off her ass, made a fool out of herself, excuse me, and then I have two younger sisters that are still alive, knowing that HRS was deciding whether she should have custody of them or he should have custody. She flies off the handle, starts beating him with her purse, then threatened to leave and come back with the gun. And then the next day at the funeral, she shows up to my sister's funeral, very disrespectful, in shorts, a cut-off shirt, with your husband that had shorts on, no shirt. You made a total ass out of yourself. And then, do you remember what you wished?
No, I don't.
You wished I was dead instead of Tammy. And from that day...
Terry says she spent her whole life caring for and devoting herself to kids. She raised her own children. She raised foster children, sounds like me. She even helped raise the granddaughter for the first year of her life. And she says the granddaughter was her life, the love of her life at least. For the past 8 months, Terry has not been able to see or visit or have contact with her granddaughter, except for 2 very brief moments, and she fears she's never going to see the granddaughter again. Why?
I just feel that Monica wants us out of her life, and because I took my son out to see her, his daughter, before he moved back to Indiana. And Monica had always said that it was okay for Joe to see her anytime he wanted to.
Your son?
My son, yes.
Okay. Is your son divorced from your daughter-in-law?
Actually, they were never married. but I always called her my daughter-in-law because she was as close to me as my daughters were.
And they lived with you?
Yes.
And then at one point, your son and your daughter-in-law got into a fight and they don't live together anymore?
Actually, what happened is my husband and I asked my son to move out because there was so much arguing going on, and Monica stayed with us.
You kept the daughter-in-law and the baby and let the son go?
Yes.
Okay, then why is she angry?
Because she feels that I am trying to take her daughter away from her and help my son take Natalie.
Is it true?
No. Monica is a wonderful mother. I can't imagine anybody else raising her. We were very close for a long time, and I don't understand what's going on because I never did anything wrong.
Okay.
And I just want to see my granddaughter.
Have no rights in his book. Now, I have asked our producers to ask you why you did not want your in-laws to see the child. The two reasons you gave were they fed them candy and ice cream against your wishes. They didn't have a nap or a bedtime when they visited, and they put play makeup on the children. Is there any other reason why you do not want them to see the grandchildren?
Sally, those are direct incidents we discussed with your producers.
Right.
But we're talking about the undermining of parental authority. You know, we've gone
What
through...
have they done? Can you just explain
I'll
what
explain
they've
that. We've gone, first of all, let me say, we've gone through generations of undermining parental authority. We now have...
Let's explain that to me.
Any parent that deprives a child of his 14th Amendment constitutional right that gives him a due process in court and controls him is abusing them. It comes back to control. I'm going to control and I'm going to manipulate the people in my life. And the best way to do that is with that little product called a child. It is not a piece of property. That child is a right. You have a responsibility as a right of a parent. You have a responsibility to fulfill, and grandparents have been traditionally long accepted as part of the traditional family. And without promoting that tradition, then you get the gangs and the violence that you see. It's caused by parents that are not cooperating with what traditionally and the stability that grandparents have to offer.
Quite to the contrary, if I may answer that. Grandparents oftentimes, when you send your children to visit them, tell them you do no longer have to abide by rules because you're at grandma's house. Don't say no. Don't say no. It does happen. Here are two examples, and I'm a third that it does. There is an equal amount of example. There is an equal amount of examples that it does not. I have authority to raise my children. First, as
you
good
have a
human
responsibility, not an authority. A responsibility.
First, as good human beings. Secondly, as good citizens. In order to do that, I don't need a grandparent denigrating me or my word or my rules in my home. That's the simple facts of life. Now, whether we like it or don't, it sounds so nice and it sounds so pasty to say that, in fact, I'm the grandpa and the grandma and I have an absolute right to my grandchildren.
Nobody said absolute right.
My granddaughter lived in my home for 10 months. I took care of that grandchild while her parents worked. Now I don't see my grandchild at all.
I can't speak for your granddaughter because your daughter or your granddaughter is not present. I don't know the case. She's not here to represent herself.
I don't have any rights?
I'm saying you don't have any rights. You had rights to a daughter.
Great deal of pain up here. I don't know what's going on between the two of you. One major thing that I heard was something, and it's negative, about calling your grandkid retarded and calling names at each other. You can't do that anymore, okay? It's not allowed. I have a retarded sister. I know what retardation is. You don't dare ever call your kids' names. And earn the respect. Earn the respect, okay? Earn the respect between the two of you so that you will have visitation with them. You have something there. She has some love to give. Just watch what you say. Be very kind and come from your heart. That's what grandparents are supposed to do. Okay? Can you forgive her? Can you both forgive each other?
I've forgiven her for this many years. I can forgive her again.
Okay, give her a hug. Go ahead. We need work. We need a lot of work. There is so much pain here that when I was watching, I just couldn't stand it.
I can't blame her.
No, I
just
can't blame
her.
you at all, okay? And in spite of what everyone said about alcoholism being a disease,